Now let us learn what is international system of numeration. In international system of numeration also we are going to use a place value chart with different periods. Just look at the table. Here also you have ones, then you have thousands, and then millions. So here the periods are different. Only the period changes. You can see ones, thousands, and millions. Under that, in ones category, we have ones, tens, hundreds, and a thousands category, you have thousand, 10,000, 100,000. Just keep a note on it. Under thousands category, under the period thousand, you have three. They are 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. And then when you move on to the period millions, under millions you have three category. They are million, 10 million, 100 million. So in this way we are going to separate the numbers in international system of numeration. Here, so how do we mention here? We can see the blinking part. Under ones you have 3, 2, 1 together. So we will read it as 321. Next you have 6, 5 and 4 that comes under the heading 1000. So how do we write? 654,000. We'll write it as 654,000. Now we have 987 under the heading million. So how do we mention this? 987 million. I hope you got this. Under ones you have three category. Together it is 3, 2, 1. We will read it as 321. Under thousands again you have three category. That is 6, 5 and 4 together. We read it as 654. Since it comes under the heading thousand, we will read it as 654,000. 987 together comes under millions. So we will read it as 987 million. Let us move to an example. As I already taught you in the Indian system of numeration, here too first we will count how many digits are there. You can see there are 6 digits. The 6 digits are 396243. So here we are creating a table, a place value chart with 6 columns starting with the same ones on the right side. So your columns are ones, tens, hundreds, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. Now let us start naming the numbers. Before that, each digit of the question should be placed in each column. Now you can see in the first set you have 3, 9, 6. All these numbers comes under the heading thousands. So the answer will be 396,000. Then in the next you have 243. So we will just write it as 243. So we are just combining the numbers according to the period. Here under the period 1000 you have 396. So the number name comes as 396. Under ones you have 243. So together we will write it. Let us move to another example. Here you have 7-digit number as a question. So what we are going to do? We are going to create a table with 7 columns starting from ones at the right. So ones, tens, hundreds, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 and then million. Now we are just placing the numbers in each column. Now you have 4, the number 4 under the main heading million. So how many million we have? 4 million. We are writing it as a number name. Then in next category, in the next period, you have 365. It becomes 365. It comes under the heading 1000. So how do we write? We write it as 365,000. Next you have ones. Under ones you have 9, 8 and 7. So totally we'll write it as 987. Now let us move to the next example. Here you can see 8-digit number is provided in the question. So what we are going to do? We are going to draw a place value chart of international system with 8 columns. That is ones, tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 million. So I am adding all the 9 columns here so that it will be easy for you to understand and follow it up. Now just look at the first set. You have 0, 7, 0. Together, if I write this number, I will read it as 70. It is a number 70 which is coming under the main category million. So how do we mention it? We will write it as 70 million. In the next set, in the next period, we have 306. This when I read together, I'll read it as 306. Under which category it is? It is under 1000. So how do we write it there? We will write it as 306,000. And finally, you have 087. We will read it as 87. So I'm just writing it as 87. I hope you all understood now how to write the place value chart and also to write the number names. If you have any doubts, you can contact me to my number, and also now I'm going to give you a few questions to work on with. It's not a homework, a practice. I hope you all will do it, and I expect the answers very soon to my number personally. Thank you children, thank you parents.